Okay, so I'm just gonna make a quick little video on this the Vevor 62cc chainsaw. So I saw a couple videos online, and it was kind of I don't know, they weren't the greatest tutorial videos, so I'm just gonna try to do a quick one here. So it'll come with this little black case here that has a bunch of your tools and stuff in it. This little thing right here is like the guard that goes on. So one thing to note is that these two little black screws will kind of be loose sometimes in the bag here, or it might be in a little plastic baggie. So you're gonna pretty much have everything like this. This is the where everything is. As you can see, I've used this chainsaw now for probably like 40 hours, and it's been fantastic so far. So for everyday use, I have had no issues using this saw, but I'll kind of show some of the trees I've actually cut down with it. And as you can see, with all the dirt and stuff like that, I'm not sponsored by Vevor by any means or anything like that. I'm just trying to, I've seen a few videos when I was putting mine together, and I was just trying to make a better video for anyone who has this chainsaw. But yeah, so for this part here, you're gonna want the bigger loop is going to be upwards when you put it in, and then you're just going to put the two little black screws, they're just going to go in here. You're just going to use an Allen key that comes with the inside the bag there, just to screw these in. Make sure they're nice and snug. That's pretty much that. So again, you want the bigger one to be on the top, and the small kind of little hook is at the bottom. From there, the main thing what you're going to want to do here is I bent my bar in between a tree. So I'll link this bar here. It's the 0.325 pitch. This one has 78 links. I think the one that comes with it has 76. But this one, for whatever reason, I bought it just to see if it would fit. It fits completely fine. When I would try to get the original like bar that would have fit onto this saw, it was like a 3-week waiting period. So I grabbed this one on Amazon, and then it fits fine. So the main thing when you're doing this is when you put it in, it's going to slide back and forth. So when you put the actual chain on, here's the chain, you're going to want to make sure that these little hooks are facing towards the tip of the saw. So all you're going to really do is just guide it on from the back, and then you're just going to, from the back, just kind of guide it on. Again, the hooks are facing towards the tip of the saw. You're just going to guide it all the way around. So once you actually have it guided around like such, you will actually, which was kind of the issue I had with this saw at first, not realizing, is you're going to pull it. You're going to pull it this way. So you're actually going to pull it so you can tighten the saw when you put on the actual guard. Just make sure it's all kind of in place, and then again, you're just going to pull it so it tightens it. So you're pulling it this way. So now it's semi-tight. And then what you're gonna do now is this piece right here, this screw, as you can see, it's kind of got a lot of sawdust in it. This screw has to go into this hole. So when you're putting it on, when I was first doing this, it wasn't going in the hole, and I was wondering why I couldn't tighten it. It's because this actual little screw in here needs to make sure it goes into this hole when you're putting this on. So you're just gonna look down, and right now, because I took it off and I didn't loosen it, it's not in the hole right now. So I'm gonna take a video on my my phone to kind of depict what I'm talking about. So the actual screw won't fit in the hole. So what I have to do now is loosen it to make sure that it goes towards the saw. So the actual screw won't fit in the hole. So what I have to do now is loosen it to make sure that it goes towards the saw. One thing I found, the little screw that comes with it, that's the one thing, is it's kind of tight when you're trying to tighten and loosen the bar. This thing doesn't work the greatest, so I do recommend picking up like a longer star screwdriver. That way you can kind of get in there and have a lot of leverage when you're tightening the bar. So for this, if you want to make it go down, you then have to loosen it. So you would loosen this screw to make this little part go down towards the bottom of the actual bar. So you're just going to keep loosening it, and then what I do is I'll put it on, take a peek down, and then now it fits in perfectly fine. So now that this thing's fitting in perfectly fine, you'll then take your two nuts here, and then you're just going to kind of thread them on. It's easier if you just kind of put them onto this and then just kind of slowly thread them on. So you don't want to do it too tight. That's kind of the issue I had as well before, is I was doing them too tight and I wasn't able to actually tighten the bar. So you just want to kind of put them in place, and as soon as you start feeling a little bit of tension, you can stop. So it'll seem kind of loose on there, but that's how you're going to actually be able to tighten the bar now. So right now, if I pulled on this chain, it will be very loose. So now, because the actual nuts are loose, that's the only way you can come in here and start tightening the actual bar itself in the chain. So now that's pushing that little screw that's in the hole, it's pushing it this way, so then the actual bar is being tightened now. So I'm just going to keep tightening it. I'm just going to feel the chain. See, it's still pretty loose, so I got to keep tightening the actual screw here. Oh, now it's getting tighter. Okay, so you kind of feel it. So you want a little bit of slack, right? So you should be able to, if you push this back and unlock it, you can actually slide the chain. I'll do it a little bit tighter, but you want to have a little bit of slack for these saws. So that's perfect. So now you're going to come back in, and then you're going to tighten these now all the way tight. Tighten that one. Tighten that one. And tighten that one. So now it's tight. It's good to go. One thing I noticed when I was cutting with this saw, there was times If the actual like chain got kind of stuck, it would loosen, so then it was kind of dangling a little bit. So if you want to then re-tighten the blade, sorry, the chain, you have to come in and like loosen this. You can't tighten it when it's really tight, so you have to loosen this again so it's a little bit, there's not as much resistance. So I'm going to loosen it. Loosen it enough where you can come in now with your Phillips, and then either if you have to loosen it a little bit, you can loosen the chain, or if you have to come in and tighten it, you can then tighten the chain, and then you'll come back in and tighten the actual nuts back up. But you have to make sure they're not too loose, but a little bit, so you can come in and actually tighten the chain. And that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. Again, this thing, it's hard to actually get in here. There's so much leverage and tighten the bar. So one thing I do, just get like a long Phillips that you can come in here and tighten it and loosen it when you need to, because it does happen quite often where you need to retighten the actual chain in the bar, and loosen the nuts, tighten it, put it back on, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much it. This thing, like I said before, I'll take a quick video and put it into this one with the actual trees I've cut down with it. I've probably spent about 40 hours with this thing, and it's been amazing so far, to be honest. For the price point, I think I paid like $185 on the website, quick delivery, and the support, surprisingly, it was amazing. I actually had this where the screw here, it bent, and it's all kind of one piece, so I wasn't able to find this piece. They actually sent me a whole new saw. So I took a picture of the bent screw here, saying that I couldn't tighten the bar, and they sent me a whole brand new saw. So the support was actually really good when I did have an issue with it, and I've had no issues other than just user error. Like I said before, I bent the bar. That's just because I got the bar stuck between the tree while it was falling, and then I was able to find this bar on Amazon, and I'll link that below as well, because it got delivered within like a day, whereas the one that I guess comes with the saw, it was like I said, about a 3-week waiting period. So it's always good to have an extra bar and chain on hand anyway, in case you run into any issues. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If anyone has any questions or anything, just shoot a comment and I'll reply, or I'll try to do a follow-up little video and kind of go over the ins and outs of the saw. But it's pretty straightforward, honestly. But yeah. Yeah, there was a knot here that slowed it down a little bit, but this is kind of, like I said, I'm not sponsored by them at all or anything, but I've been kind of doing this whole project with this saw so far, and I think I'm day 4 of like straight 8-hour days. So